Yo, guys, we're attending the class trial currently, bro. Let's go. Yes, sir, bro. Can we say yes, sir? Yeah, bro. Let's go on the class trial. Finish preparations. Let's go. Class trial, bro. Let's go.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides.
Okay, okay.
And the one that deceived
Yes,
everyone
sir.
else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Yeah, bro.
Of course.
Of course. Why wouldn't it not be, bro?
Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
That's just dumb, bro. Why would anyone? Yeah, exactly.
Why would they raise their hand?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, bro. Yo, what's up?
What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Hey, yo, pause, bro.
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Yeah, why?
Oh, no reason.
No reason?
Our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
Alright, bro. That checks out. That checks out. Let's go.
That about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started.
Let's go.
First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Nah, not really. Evidence of a struggle. Okay, bro.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that part already. And the murder took place
in the bathroom. So it seems most like the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the... She didn't even have a chance to resist.
She actually did, bro.
No, it's wrong. Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked.
Alright, bro.
The way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between the killer and Sayaka, of course, bro. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
saying
Yes, sir, bro.
surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then she ran to the bathroom to try and hide.
Mm-hmm.
The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Nah, don't be sorry, bro. It's all good. It's all good.
So, what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Hmm.
Wow, this is starting starting to sound like a real trial.
I mean, it is a real trial, so we need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Make your argument. But bro, kitchen knife?
So what was used to kill her?
It was some kind of sharp up without a doubt.
So the killer used
Some random knife they had on him.
Nah, not what they had on it, bro. It was a kitchen knife.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Yep.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. Could sorta
Bro,
see
this
weapons
beat is
in
actually
the
kind of.
stomach.
Bro, I can rap to this beat.
And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
What?
That's right.
But if I never went to the
One of them
kitchen,
was the scene of the crime.
bro,
What proof do you need?
how would have I got the kitchen knife? I'm lost, bro.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Exactly.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's got to be a breakthrough somewhere. Just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Nah, I'm good, bro. For now. Bro, let's go. Make your argument. Hours account.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from. He did it in secret. Nobody was in. And then he went and stabbed. So he really did.
Nah, bro, this wouldn't know what it was in the dining hall, bro. Some way to prove I didn't take the knife. The person who was in the dining hall last night should be able to do it. Yes, sir, bro.
So I guess there's no question, but where does that
Makoto must be.
Bro, it's this right here. Easy, bro. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, bro. You already know. Let's go. Break. Yes, sir, bro.
Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Bro, he isn't the killer, bro.
I have a witness. What do you think, Hina? Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and when all the knives were still there, but when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
Ding, ding, ding. He was not there, bro.
No, I don't think so.
You don't.
Exactly, bro. He was not there. Trust me, bro.
No, he definitely wasn't there.
Yes, sir.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other? Idiot swimmer girl?
Bro, that's mean, don't you think?
More importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and shall answer.
Yes, sir. Provide us with the answer, Monokuma.
Murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing.
So, in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
That's possible, bro. I like your logical thinking, but that doesn't have to that, bro. Exactly. You tell him, Monokuma.
Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife, so I'm not the killer.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife? Hina
That's
seems
what we're trying to
the
figure out, bro.
candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
You can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
That was a fast answer.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because,
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking. I just asked her to stay over. Which
Okay.
means we have airtight alibis.
I want to say that's tight alibis, though.
Doesn't that violate the
Because,
rules of
bro,
cold
I don't know, bro.
blooded
But, you know, that doesn't seem like tight
Not allowed to
alibis.
go anywhere but the
Mhm.
rooms. But
Yeah,
it
that's
doesn't
what I'm trying to say,
we have
bro.
Stay in our assigned room, so I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem. A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome.
Hold up, Sakura. Sakura's a girl name, so
I'm a girl.
yeah.
You are?
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here. Are you talking about
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall.
Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was Sayaka, bro. I mean, that's not even that hard to know.
Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And
Mhm.
thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely,
The person who took the knife was the victim herself.
Mhm.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying
Even
the
though,
knife
bro.
she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it?
If she took it for self-defense, bro, she obviously lost, bro.
In that
So
case, you may not
yeah.
have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
See? He did do it
Bro,
after
but
all.
it isn't bro, Makoto. Why did I almost call him Monokuma?
You're wrong.
Yeah, bro, it's not Makoto, bro.
so that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction?
Bro, you're wrong, bro. No, that's wrong.
You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, You simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear about more? Nope. Something that should have been at the scene, but wasn't. That must be the crucial point, I mean. If we can just figure out what the something is. Alright, bro, let's go. Hangman's Gambit. Wait, is it hair? Oh yeah, it is. Well, that's easy. Bro, that's a little easy, bro. Let's go. Hair.
Now I understand.
Yes, sir, Makoto. Yes, sir, Makoto.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room?
Exactly.
It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
Let's go.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes.
Very, very, very true. Yes, sir.
Then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that
But then that means.
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then
Yes, sir.
Makoto isn't the culprit?
Mm-mm.
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Wait, was it the broken doorknob? The killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke. Yeah, the doorknob. Or wait, or is it? Oh yeah, it is the doorknob. Doorknob.
I got it.
Let's go.
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom.
You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob from my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob.
Yeah.
This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyosko said it was bewildering act. I almost didn't notice at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about the non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Nah, bro, I'm good. Make your argument. Bet, bro. Bathroom door frame.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
Yeah.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her, and they got into the bathroom. At that point, the killer had to try and bust it because Sayaka had locked it.
Incorrect.
No, that's wrong. The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door.
Hey, yo, it's okay, bro. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, yeah.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Yes, sir.
But then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
Nameplates. If you watched the last episode, bro, you should know the nameplates were switched. Bada boop.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of...
The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked. So they didn't know the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime that they didn't know was the crime took place in my room. Let's go.
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
Yeah.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was?
And yet, he's absolutely right. Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms.
Yep. Ding, ding, ding.
Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then...
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Yeah.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But... the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door open.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening.
Exactly.
A definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
No way. He could have not. That's what I've been trying to tell you. Exactly. You tell him.
And who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
Bro, that's not how it works, but you know, sure.
What
Sure.
happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Bro, are you trying to die, bro? Are you trying to die, bro? What are you trying to do, bro?
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Exactly.
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions?
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Okay.
Oh,
What is it?
you don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
Nope, that's not possible.
So, that seems way too convenient.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way.
The easy way?
Could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
That's also not possible.
That can't be it either.
Yeah, because she made the promise thing.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Bro, that promise. Because she asked me to do something in particular. Because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because Sayaka's promise, bro. Switching rooms.
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
Yep.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
Exactly,
I
bro.
know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows.
Okay.
When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So,
Which would be
Makoto,
Sayaka, bro.
did you write this?
Nope.
No, I didn't. But
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature.
Then that note, Sayaka wrote it?
but why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Okay.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened. Huh? What makes you say that?
Yeah, that's kind of sus.
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
Yeah, I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention. Let's go. It is, bro.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, but in the know. It specifically. I see. So then they would have gone to exactly.
The room didn't.
Wrong, bro.
No, it's wrong. The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
Mm-hmm.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right? Okay, then who did it?
Isn't it obvious? There's only one person who could have switched the room nameplate. I mean, the other person who knew we had switched rooms was Sayaka, bro.
Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get it wrong, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate.
Mm-hmm.
She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
Okay, yeah.
Why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out. We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit.
No way!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot.
Exactly, bro.
Sayaka fought with her killer.
We don't know who it is.
Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah.
There was scratch marks,
What's the
so
deal with
probably
that
yeah.
sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear.
Mm-hmm.
Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
Yeah.
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Okay,
And
that's
so
a
the
smart one
truth
from
draws ever
the
closer.
dummy.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about the non-stop debates. Would you like to hear about more? Nope, bro. No, I would not like to hear a bit more, bro. Bum 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 bum. A replica sword. A kitchen.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword. And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
That's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So she grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away. But then the culprit took that and they killed her.
And that's exactly what happened.
If the person with the sword really did attack first, there's no explanation for how a certain part of the sword got damaged.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed, and that's when the first sword-based sneak.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden, but then the culprit and they killed her.
And that's exactly what happened.
But I know the answer.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit, and that's when the first blow, sword-based sneak attack.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
You tell him, Makoto.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Yep.
Something sharp. You mean
like
the
a kitchen knife.
That
That was only sharp thing found in
the
that scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
Yeah, bro.
That's true.
So I can slice and dice, you know?
It'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the...
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden
the
there
kitchen knife.
somewhere.
I
Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the
But
sword,
would it, bro?
they took the knife.
It was not. It couldn't be a surprise attack because, bro, they'll have to knock at the door or something for her to let it in.
Sorry,
And why
but
would she-
I don't
how-
think Sayaka used
I
the
don't know.
sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Part of her body that shows she never used a sword. If you wanted to use a sword, which part of your body would have touched it? Well, her palms, bro.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before,
Bro, they'll have
the
to
gold
grip it.
coating on that sword comes
So-
right off. All you have to do is touch it.
Yep.
In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Yep, that's very unlikely.
Why do you say that? Is
Because-
it because you think I'm ugly?
What?
No, that's not it at all.
How? There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because it's a certain regulation that talks about What happens to the bathroom at nighttime? The water was off.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Yep.
I didn't know
Yep,
that.
yep.
Actually, I haven't taken a shower yet.
Bro, you stink, bro.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Why would you take that as a compliment? I'm lost, bro.
Insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheath would have to been the one without the sword. Sayaka, bro.
Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
And the one who attacked
First was
Sayaka?
Sayaka, bro.
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation,
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms. Correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility.
Yeah,
is it
that
not?
is, bro.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room, and by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto.
Oh, that's actually kind of smart, bro. So then,
But for that to work,
bro.
the target had to be lured out.
You can blame it
while
on
still
Makoto.
keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For
Yeah.
one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
That's actually kind of smart, bro. Makoto, why you acting so clueless, bro?
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation.
Hey, yo, guys, we'll have to end it here, bro. We're gonna, bro, on the next episode, we're gonna continue this. Alright, peace.